This woman was told to choose between her dignity and her husband's life.
हमको बोल रहे हैं जे कि तुम्हारा इज्जत दो, हम तुम्हारा पति को भिक्षा देंगे, जान भिक्षा देंगे.
A man and his son were hacked to death.
টেনে লিয়ে গেল দেহ তো কোপাইলে দুই বাপ বেটাকে. কতজন ছিল? মেলাই জন.
These people have been forced to flee their homes to save their lives.
আপনার গ্রাম তো পুরো ফাঁকা হয়ে গেছে,
পুরো ফাঁকা,
সবাই চলে যাচ্ছে.
পুরো ফাঁকা। এখন কি করবে জানার ভয় সবারই আছে।
Even their water was poisoned and children not spared.
ট্যাঙ্কির জলে বিষ।
ছোট 1.5 বছরকার বাচ্চা আছে, গলায় হেসে ধরে আছে. তোমরাকে মানে নামও নিশান মিটিয়ে দেব, হিন্দুর নামও নিশান মিটিয়ে দেব.
But the Samvidhan saviors are silent.
Ladies and gentlemen, you just heard heart-wrenching tales of torture, humiliation and sexual assault. These are Indians who today feel they are unsafe in their own country, in their own state. Times now travel to riot-hit Murshidabad and Malda in West Bengal to get you their anger and anguish. They say that they were targeted, attacked and forced to flee their homes only because they were Hindu. Remember, Murshidabad was once home to the band Simi group. The police have now claimed that several radicals had left Simi to join the PFI, as the allegations go, and are now linked to SDPI. Last Friday, SDPI and others called for a protest against the newly enacted Waqf law. Following Friday prayers, what followed was hours of carnage, loot, arson and vandalism. Who fueled this hate with poisonous provocations over Waqf law? In the garb of being champions of minority rights? Was religion itself weaponized? Today, on Samvidhan Divas, in fact, on the day Ambedkar Jayanti is celebrated, Prime Minister Modi called out the patrons of Waqf and their secular hypocrisy. After all, today, the self-appointed custodians of the Constitution like Rahul Gandhi, Asaduddin Owaisi, Akhilesh Yadav are all silent on the alleged atrocities on Hindus in Mamta's Bengal. Prime Minister Modi set a dare for the Congress. If you really care for minority rights, make a Muslim your party president. Watch this.
इस जमीन, इस प्रॉपर्टी से गरीब का, बेसहारा महिलाओं बच्चों का भला होना चाहिए था, लेकिन इससे मुट्ठी भर भू माफिया का ही भला हुआ। कांग्रेस ने हमारे पवित्र संविधान को सत्ता हासिल करने का एक हथियार बना दिया। ये कहते हैं कि उन्होंने मुसलमानों के हित में किया। मैं जरा ऐसे सभियों से पूछना चाहता हूं, अगर सच्चे अर्थ से आपके दिल में मुसलमानों के लिए थोड़ी भी हमदर्दी है, तो कांग्रेस पार्टी अपने पार्टी के अध्यक्ष मुसलमान को बनाए।
Despite the warning by Prime Minister Modi, watch how from Karnataka to Bengal and Jharkhand, the Vipaksh was busy inciting from Shariat-e-Supreme to break their head and gouge out their eyes. Hear the provocation for yourself.
8-10 में मरना कैसा होना 150 वो हुआ तो सिर फुट के कामा करना
এলাকার সম্পত্তি একটা সম্প্রদায়ের সম্পত্তি সেই সম্প্রদায়ের সম্পত্তির দিকে যদি কেউ চোখ তুলে তাকায় তার চোখ যেমন উগড়ে নেবেন হাত তেমন ভেঙে দেবেন একথা নিশ্চিতভাবে আপনাদেরকে दायित्व দিয়ে বলতে পারি।
सुप्रीम कोर्ट है, सुप्रीम कोर्ट में देगा। देखिए अभी 3 तलाक भी आए, लेकिन क्या मुसलमान माना 3 तलाक में चल रहा है क्या? तब अपना शरीयत है, अपना शरीयत के हिसाब से चल रहा है। दोनों ले हम लोग सीने में कुरान और हाथ में संविधान लेके चलते।
So while Bengal is burning, the Constitution saviors are silent on the plight of victims. Instead, they are active on social media, grandstanding over Samvidhan. Rahul Gandhi says Ambedkar ensured equal rights and participation of all. He guides us in our fight to protect the Constitution. But Rahul has no word for what happens in Murshidabad or Malda. Asaduddin Owaisi says, if the property of Sangh Parivar was used for Desh Hit, then Modi would not have to sell chai. Well, not a word for burning Bengal. Akhilesh Yadav tweeted that for Nyay Ka Raj, we need to ensure Samajik Nyay Ka Raj. But nothing for the Hindus thrown out of Murshidabad. Would Ambedkar today approve the carnage in Bengal? Would he call this Nyay Ka Raj? So, ladies and gentlemen, the legitimate question we are asking on the News Hour tonight: who's weaponizing religion for Rajniti? That's the question, and that's the debate coming up on the other side.
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
Joining the debate tonight in our studios, Pradeep Bhandari, national spokesperson of the BJP, Dr. Anand Ranganathan, author. Also joining me this evening, Tausif Ahmed Khan, lawyer, political analyst, supports the Trinamool Congress. Sanjay Jha, author, Congress leader. Vivek Srivastava, political analyst. Rajiv Riaz Pratap Ghadi, also a political analyst. My first question to Tausif Ahmed Khan. Tausif Ahmed Khan, is this the equality, is this the justice of the Mamata Banerjee government in Bengal? That Murshidabad is burning, all Hindus running away from there? In any case, if you look at the demography of Murshidabad, 1951, 66% were the Muslims. Today, they have increased by 11% and Hindus are down 11%. I want to ask you, no protection for the minority population in Murshidabad? What about law and order? What about Ma Mati Manush? Aren't these people who today have to come out and say that their only fault is that they are Hindus and they live in Bengal? I want to ask you, what happens to Samvidhan? What happens to the constitution that you so famously hold so high?
Navika, first of all, the West Bengal Police ADG Law and Order, who is also appointed as a nodal officer by the High Court in its judgment on Saturday, held a press conference today and made a repeated request to all the social media and mainstream media and all the political parties not to indulge in any rumor mongering. The situation is completely under control in Murshidabad. It's been peaceful from yesterday or day before, and therefore there should no rumor mongering should be given any space in any media channel. Now you've said, what is Mamata Banerjee doing? What is the police doing?
Before you move forward, Tausif Khan, which part of my intro has anything that is not factual? Which part of it is a rumor? Can you please enumerate? And if not, please take your sentence back, because there are no rumors that are being floated on a national responsible channel like Times Now. Correct. Please, that allegation is unfounded. Everything that has been put out on air tonight and all day today on the channel is part of facts. These are reports from the ground. So do not use this word rumor mongering lightly on Times Now. I cannot take any responsibility for other media. I can only tell you that as far as this channel is concerned, not one word that was spoken here is not fact-checked.
Now, Navika, the word rumor and rumor mongering is used by the ADG Law and Order himself and not by me, and he said this in the press conference. You can play the video. I'm saying, what has the Bengal police done is the question being posed. More than 200 people have been arrested, and these arrests include everyone who is involved in rioting and arsoning. 18 police personnel have been injured in this. They are hospitalized. Civilian has died because of the police fighting. So, therefore, from the last 2 days, the situation is completely under control. That is what I wanted to say.
Well,
Now, the BJP
you are
will try to
quoting
set
the
up a-
ADG law
BJP
and
will try to
order.
polarize
You are
it.
quoting the
BJP will try
ADG
to
law
make
and order as your
make
first
it a
statement
religious-
on the debate on this channel when I'm asking you questions on why law and order is not being maintained. And it's not my question. It is an observation that was put out by the High Court as well, which took suo motu action in taking cognizance of the reports that were coming. But not one word on what has been done to incite. Well, Firhad Hakim, a minister in the Mamta Sarkar, says, yes, people are leaving Murshidabad and going. Almost as if it's a celebration of the fact that they are leaving. May I also tell you the statement that has been made by leaders of your party, leaders of the Trinamool Congress, who say that ये जिस तरह का बिल है हम इसे नहीं मानेंगे. It is like द्रौपदी का चीरहरण. It has been called. Sadiqullah Chaudhary says that, you know, हमने अभी तक ऐसा नहीं किया लेकिन हम कर सकते हैं. All the kind of dhamkis that are coming in, not one action taken against them.
Yes.
Pradeep
Well, Navika ji,
Bhandari, is this how law and order is maintained?
Well, Navika ji, it is a state-sponsored anti-Hindu violence. Tausif, I was listening to you now. Do not interrupt in my time. It is a state. Okay, you made your point. Now allow me to make your point. If you are Tausif,
you will not talk about
that. Okay. All right, Tausif bhai, I'll give you a chance to rebut later. Hold on, listen to the others. I gave you a full 2 minutes. You wasted your time doing idhar-udhar ki baat. Now listen.
I wanted a 10 seconds you have not given. Just 10 seconds I wanted. Just
Okay, 10 seconds.
BJP leader Arjun Singh has said that he will bring Hindus from Jharkhand, Odisha, Bihar and kill Muslims in Bengal. That is what BJP leader
Anybody who has said insightful stuff is completely condemnable. But you have no word. You have no word for the insightful stuff that has been stated by TMC leaders. I'm lowering your volume now, Pradeep.
Navika ji, the intent here of the state government led by Mamta Banerjee, it is supporting violence, it is encouraging violence, and it is instigating an anti-Hindu targeted violence in Bengal. He was speaking about law and order. On April 10th, Sadiqullah Chaudhary, the cabinet minister, and I quote him, he said that if we wanted, we could have paralyzed Calcutta by placing 2,000 people in 50 locations. But we will tighten control over districts first and then over Calcutta. It is exactly happening like this. Has the Bengal police arrested Sadiqullah Chaudhary? It started with Murshidabad, it moved to Malda, now it is in South 24 Parganas. We've seen anti-Hindu riots, anti-Hindu protests where saffron flags were removed even in Calcutta. So has Sadiqullah Chaudhary been arrested? If the intent of the state government was correct, no, he's not been arrested. Has Bapi Haldar been arrested, who said he will gouge out the eyes of individuals who protest on the constitutional, who back the constitutional Waqf board bill? No, he's not been arrested. Has Mamta Banerjee, who is continuously not acknowledged. In fact, has Mamta Banerjee even visited one of the Hindu homes? That is my charge. She is not visited. Has she visited the home of Chandan Das? Has she visited the home of Hargobind Das? And please tell me, if the intent of the state was to stop it, why has it moved out of Murshidabad? Why has it now reached to South 24 Pargana? Why is it continuously happening? Why? Because Mamta Banerjee wants it to happen, and I will prove it to you. This was a man called Sohrawardy. In 1946, before the Direct Action Day, he was the Chief Minister of Bengal. He ensured that Hindus were killed in Bengal. Mamta Banerjee's administration right now is not acting against those who are targeting Hindus. Can you name me one individual from any other community who has been targeted? No. And why is it happening in areas where Hindus are in minority? Murshidabad, Hindus are in minority. Malda, Hindus are towards minority. South 24 Parganas, Hindus are moving towards minority. Why? Because they want to move Hindus out of districts where Hindus are in minority to make it completely Muslim dominated areas. And this Bobby Hakim already has said that he envisioned a Muslim majority Calcutta. So all of this which is happening is pre-planned. Navika ji, 10 seconds. 40% Muslims are even in Assam. Why no violence is happening in Assam? Because the state government is maintaining law and order. Why is it only happening in Bengal? Because Mamta is ensuring this happens.
All right. Tausif, counter.
On TV. You are a hate monger. Now, the gentleman speaking before me is only spreading hatred.
What is
not
hatred?
A single word he said is balanced or is neutral. only
Tausif,
trying to
you are
set
not a
a
Hindu,
narrative,
you will not acknowledge it
narrative
as
and
a citizen of this
polarization.
country.
Well,
With an
let's
aim
not
with
get
a
into
political aim.
anybody's
Therefore,
religion on the
what is
panel
it,
over here.
Navika?
But
What is it
no,
saying that it is
but I
an
want to
equal?
ask you, Tausif Khan. Tausif Khan, I want to ask you, when somebody in the Trinamool Congress says the eyes should be gouged out, that's not hate, no? That mustn't be hate. That cannot be described as hate. That's probably the best kind of love the Trinamool Congress can spread. When they say
first of
we
all,
will block and we will paralyze Calcutta and we haven't shown our power yet, we will still show it. That can't be hate.
Navika,
That can't be a threat.
I've heard you,
That
I've heard
must
you.
be
Let me
that
talk.
must be just friendly overtures. You know,
Navika,
let's all get a perspective here, Tausif
No,
Khan.
Navika,
But Sanjay Jha, hold on, Tausif bhai. You're
no.
not the only person on the panel.
I'm answering. Allow me to answer. No, allow me to answer. Allow me to answer.
What's your answer?
You're quoting one Trinamool leader gouging eyes, and you're saying whether it amounts to hate or not. That amounts to threat. He's not taking any particular community. He himself is a Hindu. The Hindu-Muslim card is being played by the
I
BJP
don't
leader.
understand.
The
I
Hindu-Muslim
will
card is being
gouge
played
out.
by
Let's
the BJP
gouge
card. It
out
is sitting on the channel.
eyes is not it's not hate.
Yes,
it's
who is-
only a
name
threat.
that leader.
But
Please name that leader.
Arjun Singh saying
Please-
that
please
Arjun
tell
Singh
name
saying
of
that
that
we will
leader.
bring people
Please
from
name that leader.
outside
What is the name
is
of that
actually
leader?
hate speech. Tausif
Please
bhai,
name-
you know,
give name of that
if that is the way classification
the
is
name of
done,
that leader.
please pardon me. I
No,
do
it-
not
what-
know the
what did he
difference
say?
between
What did
a
he actually
threat
say? Please
and a
give-
hate
it amounts
speech.
to threat.
But just
It is
hold
not-
on.
it is
I
not
don't
hate,
want
it
to
is
join
amounts
your
to
school
threat.
of terminology. I certainly don't agree with it, so I'm not joining your school of terminology.
No.
But
Please
Sanjay Jha,
tell-
Tausif bhai, you can't
Please tell
continuously
the name of this
speak.
leader. Why you
You
not
can't
telling the name?
continuously speak. You're not the only person outraged out
the
here.
name.
All of
No,
us
why
are
are you
outraged with
hiding
what
the
is
truth?
happening in
Why
Bengal.
are you
But Sanjay
speaking
Jha, I
half-truth?
want to ask you. I want to ask you.
Why are you speaking?
I'm lowering your fader because this is not the way to be in a debate. Sanjay Jha, a Congress leader comes out and says Sharia is above the Constitution. I want to ask you, do you have a comment? Does Mr. Rahul Gandhi have a social media handle which can be used once in a while? He never said anything on Sandesh Khali. Is Murshidabad also something that has escaped his attention? Maybe it has, but maybe he's busy elsewhere. I also want to ask you, Murshidabad, when Jharkhand minister comes out and says that Sharia is above everything, maar do, phod do kisi ka sar, jala do, when all of these words come from Jharkhand ministers and Congress leaders, do you think this is mohabbat ki dukaan? And do you think this is actually respecting the Samvidhan that is carried in the pocket but not followed in a single sentence anywhere from the Constitution? Sanjay Jha?
Yeah, Navika, good evening. I'll answer your question. You know, at the beginning of your program, you played the speech of Prime Minister Mr. Modi. And when I was hearing him, I got a sense of deja vu. Haven't I heard something very similar before? And I did a quick mental rewind to discover that in the run-up to the 2024 Lok Sabha elections, Mr. Modi went on a rampage himself. Here is the country's most responsible political chief executive who talked about आपका मंगलसूत्र कौन छीन लेगा, आपके भैंस कौन उठा के ले जाएगा, मुजरा, Muslim League. He went to the ridiculous extent of actually saying that if the Congress party were to form the government, more Muslims will be probably included in the Indian cricket team. So you can see that politicians use rhetoric because it suits their polarizing politics, or they play to their own vote bank. I will like to answer your question up front, that Sharia is not above the Constitution. And when you hear the conversation between Mr. Bhandari and my friend Tausif, you realize that communal temperatures have been raised, and the responsibility for that lies entirely on the ruling party of this country, for whom polarization and the aggressive sale of Hindutva suits their objective. But here is my simple answer. On the Waqf board, and I don't know how many people in your viewers have gone through it in detail, I request them to do so. It might look complicated, but it is not so complicated. I believe, Navika, and I say so with the responsibility here, that the Muslims of this country have a very legitimate reason to have angst, apprehension about the intent behind the law. We can discuss the other finer points as well. Here is my simple point. This is a community of 200 million people in our country who are Indians first. I mean, why are we talking about them being Muslim? They're Indians. We are together. We are actually brothers.
Where
and
are we
sisters.
together? Mr. Rahul Gandhi refuses to comment on anything that happens in Bengal. So how are we together? Jharkhand, your neta in Jharkhand is saying burn, break people's head, but register your protest. No, he doesn't say anything about that. You're part of the Jharkhand government. The minister is saying Shariat is above constitution. Where are we together? Where is the you will find fault on whatever Prime Minister Modi says. That's a given. How come you find no fault anywhere else? And I'm coming to you, Pradeep Bhandari, but let me first get in Anand Ranganathan. Anand Ranganathan, why should nobody in the India Alliance, and that's the question my viewers are asking. Ravi Kumar Sharma from Karnal in Haryana says, why is the India bloc silent on exodus of Hindus after violence in Bengal? Pradeep Kumar from Hyderabad says, like Bengal government, Yunus government was also silent when Hindus were attacked. What should we understand from this? Anand, please respond.
Good evening, Navika, and good evening to my fellow panelists. What we should understand is that Hindus are almost orphan in this country. But before I come today live on your panel, a man says that a speech that says, I'm going to break your fingers, your legs, your arms, I'm going to gouge your eyes out, is not hate speech. So I think possibly he's correct, because in the state to which he belongs, you have Taliban-style justice being meted out, where people encircle women and then whip and thrash them. So maybe, yeah, I think that's possibly not hate speech or just threats. This is the state that we have come to. Now coming to this topic, Navika, I'm just tired and exhausted by the hate and bigotry and Hindu-Muslimness being perpetrated by the opposition. And they're blaming it on the BJP. Let me be very honest. This was never, according to me and according to every rational and logical person, never about religion or Hindu-Muslim issue at all. It was about discrimination. It was about continuance of inequality that was to be addressed. Now, you know my first principles. I'm against a discriminatory act per se. But in the circumstances that act will not be abrogated, the next best thing happened. In fact, on Times Now I've said, perfect is the enemy of good. So when you have a lot of draconian clauses being removed from the erstwhile Waqf Act, it is at least better than the erstwhile Waqf Act. Now, the fact of the matter is nobody is talking about this on your show. Please give me 30 seconds. It is clear-cut, in my view, incitement by Ms. Mamata Banerjee for, number one, saying that Bengal will not follow the Waqf Amendment Act. First of all, I don't blame her, I blame her legal counsel. How on earth can she even say this when Waqf Amendment Act follows in the concurrent list, and there is no way that a state can actually override a central act? It can only do so after presidential assent of another act that it makes, or it challenges the act in the Supreme Court. But it has to follow this. The moment she said this, it was like a dog whistle to every person in the Muslim community to come onto the street to express the street veto. And it is not about Waqf Act anymore. It is about the pogrom that is being conducted against Hindus. The two men who were lynched, father and son. Can you please tell me what was their business with Waqf at all? They didn't even know what Waqf meant. Why have they been lynched? Why isn't Rahul Gandhi, why isn't any person in the opposition visited their home or talking about it? This is the situation, and I need one question to be asked to Pradeep Bhandari, my good friend. This is the fifth exodus and case of refugees of Hindus in 5 years in Bengal. It started with Diamond Harbour, then it was Cooch Behar, then it was Birbhum, then it was 24 Paraganas, and now it is Murshidabad. You watched the first time, and the mob saw it that you were watching it. And now, as a result, you are having to watch every single time. Yes, Mamta hasn't done anything or done something. I want to ask you, Pradeep, what is the power in the hands of the center that you could have done and should do?
Respond, Pradeep.
Well, Navika ji, at this moment, the Calcutta High Court has directed the deployment of the BSF, and the BSF has been deployed in certain areas. But at the end of the day, the will of the people of Bengal will remove Mamata Banerjee in the upcoming elections in 2020.
You said that the last time. You're saying
So
this again this time.
Navika
but
ji,
when Bengal is burning, who's going to protect those people who have to flee the various places that Anand Ranganathan just said?
The central forces will do it. As wherever the Calcutta High Court has deployed the central forces, the victims have said that they feel safer in BSF, under BSF. So as the Calcutta High Court deploys more central forces, we will take into account. We cannot go against the order of the Calcutta High Court when the matter is sub judice. But another point which I want to mention here, Navika ji, and which is a very, very important point. Anand spoke about Har Gobind Das and Chandan Das. I want to ask on your panel, can the individuals in opposition at least acknowledge that this is an anti-Hindu violence? This is an anti-Hindu violence and Waqf is an alibi. What happened in the case of Saraswati Puja? What happened in the case of Durga Puja? What happened in the case of Ram Navami? What happened in the case of post-2021 post-poll violence, where the Calcutta High Court, it's not the rule of the law, but law of the ruler. Till now, the opposition members have not even acknowledged that it's an anti-Hindu violence. And my dear friend Sanjay, you speak about constitution. If a man has called Shariat above constitution, why have you not removed the person? Digvijay Singh and Rashid Alvi. Rashid Alvi says it's action-reaction.
Absolutely. Let me tell you the latest news coming in. Rashid Alvi, Congress leader, comes out and says everything has a reaction. So he says, I remember when there was a terrible communal riot in Gujarat, Atalji, who was the Prime Minister, had said that every action has a reaction. So there has been a reaction in Murshidabad, and BJP is responsible for it. If you forcefully attack someone's religion, the result can be anything. We have seen what happened to Salman Rushdie. Now, is there justification that is going on, Vivek Srivastava? Is this, another person from the Congress party coming out and justifying the riots, the arson in Bengal?
Yes. 100%. This is no rioting. It is all a conspiracy. और यहाँ तौसीफ भाई बैठे हैं. तौसीफ भाई, अर्जुन सिंह अगर ये सब बकवास कर रहे हैं, एक्शन क्यों नहीं लेते हो? ज्योति बसु की सरकार होती, पकड़ के डाल देते अंदर, और हिम्मत नहीं थी कोई कम्युनल वायलेंस कर पाए. अगर बीजेपी, संघ परिवार, विश्व हिंदू परिषद, बजरंग दल कॉन्स्पिरेसी कर रहे हैं कि वक्फ के खिलाफ जो मूवमेंट है उसे कमजोर किया जाए, उसे बदनाम किया जाए, तो आपकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है कि इन सबको पकड़िए आप और एक्शन लीजिए. I suspect that this is not a Hindu killing, it is not a religious lynching, it is a conspiracy of those who want to defame.
Har Gobind Das and Chandan Das are Hindus who have been killed. How can it not be Hindu killing, Vivek?
What is going on?
What are you saying? This is outlandish.
No, it is not a Hindu killing.
Who are the victims here?
आप लोगों ने conspiracy. No.
अरे क्या आप लोगों ने conspiracy की कैसी बातें कर रहे हैं विवेक जी?
150 करोड़ के देश में आप सुनिए.
अरे यहाँ पे हिंदुओं की मृत्यु हुई है, हिंदुओं को मारा गया है.
150 करोड़ के कंट्री में. अरे बाबा, हिंदू कहने से रेटोरिक्स मत करो.
What is the rhetoric? Bapi Haldar, Trinamool Congress MP says a small problem happened in Murshidabad. Would request everyone to not take law in their hands. Don't worry, Chief Minister Mamata ji is there. The responsibility of protecting your Kabristan is ours. Which means he's also telling them about the fact that the Chief Minister will protect them. Isn't this evident here, Vivek Srivastava?
No. I'll tell you what. In a country of 150 crores, Mr. Modi has got only 23 crore votes. My constitution tells me and shows that if I am not happy, I can protest against any bill in the parliament. I can protest against any bill in the parliament. पहले बोर्ड क्लब पे बैठते थे, फिर जंतर मंतर.
कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन राइट नहीं देता आपको आर्सन करने का. कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन राइट नहीं देता आपको हत्या करने का. क्या बातें कर रहे हैं आप?
You are trying to give a bad name to the protest.
What are you saying? Have you lost your mind?
It is a conspiracy by those.
What intelligence you have? It's a conspiracy. Prove it.
It is not a religious
Prove it.
No. I want to ask Sanjay Jha. Sanjay Jha, gorging out somebody else's eyes. Gorge out people's eyes, break their legs, beat them up. This is not hate speech, no? Because I haven't seen any reaction from the Congress party.
Yeah. So, Navika, let me answer you. I think we need to just kind of lower the animosity and the acrimoniousness on the channel. So I request all my friends to just calm down a bit. Navika, this is the point. This is what politicians want us to do. I mean, Pradeep is a politician, so is Vivek. But I think we need to realize we are talking to millions of viewers today, and we don't have to really indulge and carry forward the same degree of viciousness and hate in what should be a civilized conversation. I agree with you that anybody from whichever party has made these statements ought to be ashamed of themselves. And in fact, I feel the law should take its own course if it comes into the ambit of
its
a
own
hate
course,
speech.
Anand
I want to
Ranganathan in
make one
Bengal,
point.
because
I want to make
we did a survey on social media. Has Bengal carnage shamed Samvidhan? Yes, say 89%. No, 8%. Can't say 3%. That's what people are saying. That's how they are reacting to it. But Anand Ranganathan, you know, we are now saying law should take its own course. People are saying this is not hate. This is only a threat. People are saying that, you know, Modi is responsible for everything. I want to ask you, are they not seeing what is happening on the ground, or is this just outright brazenness?
This is outright brazenness, Navika. You imagine if this is happening in an age of 24 hours, videos being shown on your mobile phones, and still they say that Hindus are not suffering here. Can you imagine when the social media and all those TV channels were not available in that age, what lies they would have perpetrated? Since morning, I am seeing Times Now footage of Hindus, 400 families fleeing from... Now, please, you know, Navika, please. Since morning, I am seeing Times Now live footage of 400 Hindu families escaping through river. You know, escaping Murshidabad. And Vivek is saying, this is not happening. And he's saying Jyoti Basu hote, to ek bhi communal riot nahi hoti. Has he forgotten the Mari Sabi massacre, where Jyoti Basu led government killed 10,000 Dalits? You don't believe it doesn't mean it didn't happen. Do you believe it's genocide? Do you believe genocide happened? No, you don't believe that also.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, these reports are by our reporter Pooja Mehta on the ground. She has been there for the last 4 days, from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and today. Each of these reports fact-checked and eyewitness reports that have been filed by my team of Pooja Mehta and Kaushik Dey. All of them on the ground have seen what has happened. There is a big line between fact and fiction. And today, we are showing you what the facts are. This is not my opinion. This is the fact on the ground. But today, what I want to say is that on 25th of November 1949, at the Constituent Assembly, B.R. Ambedkar said, however good a constitution may be, it is sure to turn out bad because those who are called to work it happen to be a bad lot. The factors on which the working of those organs of the state depends are the people and the political parties. So be careful about whom you vote for, because the makers of the Constitution themselves warned, don't allow anyone to weaponize the Constitution. And today, I think it is an opportune moment to remember what B.R. Ambedkar said then. And also, today being Ambedkar Jayanti is the right time to do so. Well, on that note, we will end this debate at this point. Thank you very much to all my panelists for joining me on Debate 1. On the other side, are we getting a ray of hope of getting back Choksi to India? The big response only on Times Now from the Belgian authorities, who say they've done what they've done because of the extradition that has been moved by Indian authorities. More diplomacy at work again? That's the big debate.